The LLM wars have ratcheted up another huge notch today as Anthropic has released Claude 2, and many feel it's the first time GPT-4 has some real competition. Welcome back to the AI Breakdown. Today we are talking about what is a major moment in the history of the competition between LLMs. Since last November, with the launch of ChatGPT, really nothing has actively competed for supremacy with ChatGPT. Sure, Google's Bard has at times shown flashes of how it might be able to keep up or compete through integration with other Google products. And yes, Microsoft has obviously made a ton of advances in LLMs integrated into their services as well. But of course, they were connected to OpenAI in an integral way. And so in many ways, Microsoft's success also seems like OpenAI's success. Anthropic, and specifically Claude 2, offers something a little bit different. There have been two moments this year where Anthropic really hopped into public attention. One was when they announced their constitutional AI model. The idea of Anthropic's constitutional model is that when it comes to answering questions such as which questions an LLM will engage with versus deem inappropriate, what types of actions will it encourage versus discourage, instead of using a human feedback model for specific instances of those questions, Anthropic would try to instill values in its model through what it calls constitutional AI. After having identified that the human feedback version has a number of problems, including difficulty scaling, requiring people to interact with disturbing outputs, and of course the substantial time and resources it takes, Anthropic has an approach where, quote, the Constitution guides the model to take on the normative behavior described in the Constitution, such as helping to avoid toxic or discriminatory outputs, avoiding helping a human engage in illegal or unethical activities, and broadly creating an AI system that is helpful, honest, and harmless. The next thing that captured attention was when Anthropic introduced a 100K context window. Context window refers to how much information a model can ingest at one time. Right now, for some comparison, the GPT-4 context window that you use when you're interacting with ChatGPT is around 8,000 tokens, so 100,000 tokens makes a significant difference. When you're using ChatGPT, you have to use embeddings and other ways to get around that context window, whereas with this 100K context window, that corresponds to around 75,000 words. That's roughly the length of The Great Gatsby, meaning it's hundreds of pages of material. This also means it can take in things like business 10Ks, complete research reports, and other dense information that would have had to be broken up in other models. Okay, so coming into yesterday, we have two things where Anthropic is either leading or doing something different. The 100K context window where they're leading, and the constitutional AI model where it's probably too early to call them leading, but at least they were thinking about it in new and interesting and novel ways. Well, yesterday they announced Claude 2. Claude 2 is their latest model, and it is putting up some impressive results. Those include passing grades on the USMLE medical exam, impressive results on the GRE, on both verbal reasoning and analytical writing, significantly improved coding performance, and more. Now, of course, what people are really interested in is how it compares to ChatGPT, or more specifically, GPT-4. Dr. Jim Fan from NVIDIA did a comparison post. He writes, on standard exams, it's not quite at GPT-4 yet, but catching up fast compared to version 1.3. GRE verbal, it scored 165 versus GPT-4's 169. On GRE writing, Claude 2 scored a 5 versus GPT-4's 4. On the GRE quantitative, it got a 154 versus GPT-4's 163. On the USMLE, as we said, Claude got a passing grade at 67, but it was far behind GPT-4 with an 85. But on the bar, Claude 2 actually outperformed GPT-4 very slightly. Now, when it comes to reasoning benchmarks, on human evaluation coding, Claude got a 71.2% versus GPT-4's 67%. On grade school math, Claude got an 88% versus GPT-4's 92%. Now, as Jim points out, big caveat on the standard exams. The prompting protocols may be very different, and there's no error bars in a large number of exams. The comparison may not be statistically significant. What Jim is saying is that when it comes to that bar score of 76.5% for Claude versus 75.7% for GPT-4, that's functionally the same. But I think that for our purposes of understanding Anthropic's Claude 2 as an actual real competitor for GPT-4, the point remains the same. So what we have here is a model that seems pretty similar in performance to GPT-4, which is obviously the state of the art. However, there are a number of other areas where Claude 2 offers something really different. One of those comes with its knowledge cutoff. For GPT-4, it's September 2021, whereas Claude 2's knowledge cutoff is in early 2023. Now, of course, access to browse with Bing and other internet-connected models of GPT-4 probably reduced the importance of that just a little bit, but it's still worth noting. A second huge difference is obviously that context window that we discussed. Earlier this year, people were freaking out about the idea that ChatGPT would at some point move up to a 32K context window, so having a 100K context window in a model this powerful is significantly different. But when it comes to high performance uses of this, maybe the most significant thing is that Claude 2 is currently 4 to 5 times cheaper than GPT-4 32K. Jim writes, prompt tokens cost $11 versus $60 per million, and completion costs $32 versus $120 per million, assuming similar tokenization length. So what you have here then is a model with comparable performance and capabilities, with a much bigger context window, more recent knowledge natively, and much cheaper. And at this point, you're probably getting why I called this video the first credible ChatGPT competitor. So let's talk about what people are finding Claude 2 useful for right out of the gate. One thing is definitely around document summarization, which makes sense given that larger context window. Sully Omar writes, Anthropic literally killed every chat PDF wrapper with Claude 2. You can upload files now. I tried Tesla's latest Q1 update and asked, what are the key takeaways from this Q1 update? Can you make any forecasts for the price? It was able to answer it flawlessly with sources. Now, interestingly, it isn't just single document summarization that's valuable, but you can actually manage multiple documents at the same time. Given that, you can ask for things like comparisons, common points, changes between them, which obviously opens up a whole different set of use cases. Carlos E. Perez writes, oh my gosh, you can import several documents into Claude 2 and ask the relationship between the concept found in each document. It's conceptual blending on steroids. Karen Nguyen, who's technical staff at Anthropic, said, after spending some time with Claude 2, I've uncovered some interesting use cases for myself that might be useful for others too. One, she says, is UX writing. 2 is prototyping. 3 is asking Claude to brainstorm conversation starters and topics for discussions with people based on their background, uploading people's resume as a way to get it prompted. And then she also discusses data storytelling, i.e. understanding trends and data across multiple attachments, as well as editorial feedback. Professor Ethan Mollick writes, the new Claude 2 AI is quite good in early testing. Definitely much closer to GPT-4 in terms of quality, continues to be the most pleasant AI personality, very good at summarizing documents, especially PDFs. On the downside, don't use Claude for data. It hallucinates answers. And so far, that's definitely what I've seen from others as well, that there is still more hallucination than perhaps there is with GPT-4. Now, the other big one is coding. As you heard before, Claude 2 seemed to be doing as well or better than GPT-4 on coding, but is that the case in the real world? AI startup founder David writes, doing lots of tests between Claude 2 and GPT-4, my initial observation is that Claude 2 actually seems to be following a given JSON schema's description a lot better. GPT-4 sometimes gets a bit too creative, even at temperature 0. Now, corresponding with this launch was a piece in the New York Times called Inside the White-Hot Center of AI Doomerism. Anthropic, a safety-focused AI startup, is trying to compete with ChatGPT while preventing an AI apocalypse. It's been a little stressful. Kevin Roos describes the culture at Anthropic thusly, saying, Anthropic's employees aren't just worried that their app will break or that users won't like it. They're scared at a deep existential level about the very idea of what they're doing, building powerful AI models and releasing them into the hands of people who might use them to do terrible and destructive things. Indeed, writes Roos, at Anthropic, the doom factor is turned up to 11. I spent weeks, he wrote, interviewing Anthropic executives, talking to engineers and researchers, and sitting in on meetings with product teams ahead of Claude 2's launch. And while I initially thought I might be shown a sunny, optimistic version of AI's potential, a world where polite chatbots tutor students, make office workers more productive, and help scientists cure diseases, I soon learned that rose-colored glasses weren't Anthropic's thing. They were more interested in scaring me. In a series of long, candid conversations, Anthropic employees told me about the harms they worried future AI systems could unleash, and some compared themselves to modern-day Robert Oppenheimers, weighing moral choices about powerful new technology that could profoundly alter the course of history. Now, it's a little out of scope for this particular video, but I encourage you to go read this New York Times piece. It's a really interesting look inside the culture at Anthropic, and I think has ramifications also for how we understand the people who are closest to the development of these new models are thinking about the risks as well. Coming back to Claude 2 in practice, again quoting Sully Omar on Twitter, Claude 2 is definitely going to force OpenAI's hand. It's cheaper and quicker than GPT-4. Output isn't as good, but it's almost there for a lot of tasks. I don't see myself using GPT-4 as much anymore unless they drop prices. And so again, as I said right at the beginning, I think what we have here in Claude 2 is the first realistic competitor for GPT-4. The areas where it doesn't perform as well are clear, but the benefits that it offers in terms of cost, in terms of context window, are pretty clear. However, if there is one thing that could extend GPT-4's dominance, I think it has to be Code Interpreter. Many people have called Code Interpreter basically a sneaky GPT 4.5. Developer and Latent Space podcast host Swix wrote, "Very interesting theory on why OpenAI cannot name Code Interpreter GPT 4.5 because of pause optics." That was followed by a quote tweet from someone who said, "You didn't forget the open pause letter that had the whole world shaking, did you? They just pushed GPT 4.5 into the world. The cover works so well, most assume it's just a plugin. Mission accomplished." And so we are left today with an LLM landscape that has more competition. Demdy Pawlowski even says, waiting for the next move from Google. So when it comes to the capabilities that we have access to as consumers and as businesses, this is nothing but good news. On the other hand, to the extent that one thinks the never-ending quest for greater capabilities and the business AI arms race that it is inciting could have deleterious impacts when it comes to AI risk and safety, then it's hard to say how good this or any other advancement really is. But for now, the inexorable march of technology forward has continued, and Anthropic's Claude 2 is a major player. That's going to do it for today's AI Breakdown. If you're enjoying this, please hit the notification button below. I want to make sure you see all of the AI Breakdown videos as soon as they come out. And until next time, peace.